Hello everyone and welcome to the Forecast, the pre-game show here on Manchester Storm TV. I'm your match night host Aidan Millen and I'm joined by the Storm TV commentary team of Max Artis and Matty Finnegan. Tonight the Manchester Storm welcome the Belfast Giants after a great night in Cardiff where they secured their third win from three in the league, all away from home. Boys, how do we see tonight going?
Tonight's going to be just as tough as Cardiff. It took monumental effort and holding on at the dear end and getting an overtime win away from home. Needed a result though in the Storm shelter. Matty?
Definitely. This is the first game for Belfast in the league this season. They have very high standards for themselves and for good reason. They didn't really quite reach those standards last year, so they'll be back with a vengeance, and this is their first night where they can make a start on doing that. So the Storm will have a lot to contend with. But on this show, I'm confident.
And of course, talking about the Storm, it's been a very interesting few weeks, I would say. Historically, the Storm have always been a very strong home team. I've struggled slightly more away from home, a pattern that has kind of improved over the last two seasons, I would say, but it's flipped on its head the last couple of weeks. We've had two very tough home games here against the Panthers and the Devils, and then away from home, we've won, I'm saying we're averaging, 5-6 goals, winning each game by one goal. Like, what's really happening there? What's the difference? What's happening?
The offensive mentality of Mike Flanagan's team is obvious. Defensemen are getting up into the rush, and I think that's where things are kind of falling apart on the back end. Having too many guys committing going forward below the hash marks in the zone and getting a little bit caught out on the defensive end. Fair to say, Matty?
Oh, definitely. I think there is also something to be said about the fact that we seem to play at home first as well. So if there's anything that doesn't go our way in the first game, we try and rectify it the next night, whether that be home or away. And I think the pattern will continue.
Well, I certainly hope it does, given how last night, if that last night was the bad night, I'm really looking forward to seeing the good night tonight. But, well, boys, tell us, who are the ones to watch tonight for the Storm?
Well, I'm going to hand to Matty first for his one to watch.
I'm going to go with Jake Derflinger. He was really impressive yesterday, got a goal and an assist for those that weren't watching, and I think he's going to be coming back with a vengeance tonight. He's in a good run of form, and I'm just looking forward to cheering his name later.
Piggybacking off of that, the guy who set up Derflinger for one of his goals, Noah Carroll. He's stood out for me on the back end, jumping up into the rush, like I said, it can be a problem, but also can get you goals as well. So there's our picks for the Storm. What about yourself, Aidan?
Oh, for me, for the Storm, I didn't think we were asking me anymore. I'm the host, not the analyst. Oh, God. Remind me, I'm going to go for Joe Morrow. He's just got obvious quality that you see night after night after night in this league. And against a high-skilled team like the Giants, we're certainly going to need it tonight. But going back to you guys then, who are you looking at for the Belfast Giants?
I like going first. This is good fun. I'll say JJ Picanic. I have my obvious reasons, but I think the main one has to be how good he was previously with the Belfast Giants. He had a brief stint in Norway where he was once again part of the All-Star team, but he knows how to score in this league. So hopefully they don't score tonight, but if the Belfast Giants do, expect his name to be on the score sheet for sure, guys.
For myself, it's Kyle Osterberg. We know how good he played last season with the Fife Flyers. See if Belfast get the same results out of him that Fife did.
Want to know mine?
I do. I thought it was natural order, but carry on.
So I'm going to go with Scott Conway.
Yep.
Because last time Picnic was here, him and Scott Way were one fearsome duo. And now that they're back together, I think that's going to be reignited again. So that'll be really interesting to see. We're going into score predictions, boys. What do we think?
Oh, we've had a tough start to score predictions. I think tonight could be another high-scoring night. I would prefer it to be on the lower end, but I'm going to go out there and say it's a 5-4 game.
I think Belfast are the team that have the advantage here. Obviously, they're well rested. We're not. So reasons point towards Belfast having a good performance. But for all those reasons, I'm going to say that the Storm just about edge this one. I reckon I'm going to go 2-1 low event game.
He's going low scoring. For myself, I must admit, as a fan, I'm always a fan of high-scoring games rather than low-scoring games. I love the drama, and we've certainly seen that from the team over the last few weeks, and I really hope it continues tonight. I'll go for some absolutely mental, like a 7-5 to the Storm, because there's firepower on both sides. And that is it from us here on The Forecast. We hope you have a wonderful night with us.